Handling conflict in relationships. How the Bible teaches us to resolve differences. The concept of conflict in relationships sets the stage for understanding how such discord arises and how it can be managed. Conflict, simply put, is a disagreement or struggle between individuals with differing needs, values, or interests. Within relationships, it can stem from miscommunication, unmet expectations, or incompatible goals. This understanding is crucial because conflict is an inevitable aspect of human interaction. Recognizing its context within relationships enables us to address it constructively rather than destructively, which aligns with the biblical approach of fostering peace and reconciliation. The significance of understanding the context of conflict in relationships lies in its universality and potential for growth. Conflict, when addressed healthily, can lead to deeper understanding and stronger bonds. Ignoring its context might otherwise perpetuate misunderstandings and resentment. For example, consider a married couple who constantly argue about financial decisions. Recognizing the root of their conflict, perhaps differing values about money, can lead to discussions that mend the rift rather than widen it. Similarly, in a workplace setting, understanding the organizational context and personal motivations behind a conflict can transform adversarial dynamics into cooperative problem-solving. Support for this idea can be found in the teachings of the Bible, where conflict is acknowledged as part of human existence. Biblical texts encourage addressing conflicts with empathy, patience, and forgiveness, principles that enhance relationship resilience. Abis y puises. However, challenges and controversies exist in balancing the biblical call for forgiveness with justice or accountability. Some critics argue that a strict focus on forgiveness may overlook issues of power imbalance or the need for change in harmful behaviors. In essence, understanding the context of conflict in relationships doesn't just illuminate the path to resolution. It transforms conflict into an opportunity for learning and growth, aligning human relationships with biblical ideals of harmony and unity. Biblical foundations for resolving conflict refer to the principles and teachings derived from the Bible that guide individuals in addressing and managing disagreements and disputes in relationships. This concept is rooted in scriptural teachings that emphasize reconciliation, forgiveness, love, and humility as essential components for healthy interpersonal dynamics. The Bible provides numerous examples and instructions on how to handle conflicts in a way that promotes healing and harmony, underscoring the importance of acting with kindness and understanding. The significance of this point lies in its timeless relevance to the topic of handling conflict in relationships. By adopting biblical principles, individuals can find a framework that not only aims at resolving specific disputes, but also fosters long-lasting peace and understanding. In a world often characterized by divisive interactions, these foundations serve as a moral compass, encouraging behaviors that transcend personal grievances in favor of mutual respect and empathy. One real-world application of this concept is the emphasis on forgiveness, as illustrated in Matthew 18:21-22, where Jesus advises forgiving others not 7 times, but 77 times. This teaches the importance of letting go of grudges, which can prevent conflicts from escalating and damaging relationships. Another application is found in James chapter 1, 19-20, which advocates for being quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, highlighting the value of patience and active listening in conflict resolution. Supporters of these biblical teachings argue that they offer practical and spiritual solutions that promote personal growth and relational well-being. They suggest that by integrating these principles, individuals can cultivate a more compassionate and understanding approach to conflicts, leading to healthier relationship dynamics. However, potential challenges arise when applying ancient biblical teachings to contemporary conflicts, as cultural and contextual differences may affect their interpretation. Critics may argue that not all biblical advice is directly applicable to modern situations, requiring discernment and adaptation. Additionally, some may view the emphasis on forgiveness and reconciliation as potentially minimizing the need for accountability in certain situations, involving wrongdoing or abuse. Overall, biblical foundations for resolving conflict are integral to the broader discussion of handling relational differences. They provide a basis for examining how spiritual and ethical guidelines can influence conflict resolution strategies, encouraging a balanced approach that considers both personal transformation and collective harmony. By integrating these teachings, individuals may find a more profound connection between their spiritual beliefs and their everyday interactions. Principles of forgiveness and reconciliation are fundamental concepts in handling conflict in relationships, especially within the context of biblical teachings. Forgiveness is the intentional decision to let go of resentment and thoughts of revenge, while reconciliation involves the restoration of a broken relationship through mutual understanding and agreement. In the Bible, forgiveness is not just a suggestion, but a commandment that underscores the nature of divine love and grace, highlighting its significance in conflict resolution. These principles are crucial because they enable individuals to move past hurt and anger, which are often barriers to healthy communication and resolution. In the context of relationships, practicing forgiveness and reconciliation cultivates a climate of empathy, understanding, and trust, laying the groundwork for deep, lasting connections. One real-world application of these principles can be observed in marriage counseling, where couples are encouraged to forgive past grievances to rebuild their relationships. By choosing to forgive, partners can break the cycle of blame and guilt, allowing them to work towards reconciliation and a stronger partnership. Similarly, in workplace conflicts, applying forgiveness and reconciliation can transform a hostile environment into a collaborative and supportive one, improving teamwork and productivity. Support for these concepts often comes from religious communities and spiritual leaders who emphasize the transformative power of forgiveness. They argue that it leads to personal and relational healing, fostering peace and unity. However, challenges arise when forgiveness is misconstrued as condoning harmful behavior, or when reconciliation seems impossible due to deep-seated issues. Critics might argue that forgiveness can sometimes be used to pressure victims into unwanted reconciliation, or could lead to ignoring justice. Despite these challenges, the principles of forgiveness and reconciliation play an integral role in conflict resolution. They influence other aspects such as communication, empathy, and understanding within relationships. By advocating for these principles, the Bible teaches the importance of love and compassion, encouraging individuals to reflect on their own shortcomings and to extend grace to others. Ultimately, these principles teach us that handling conflict is not just about resolving issues, but transforming relationships. They remind us that while conflicts are inevitable, our approach to resolving them can lead to profound personal and relational growth. By anchoring our actions in forgiveness and reconciliation, we align ourselves with a higher standard of love and harmony, as exemplified in biblical teachings. Steps to communication and understanding is a crucial element in managing conflict within relationships, particularly from a biblical perspective. Effectively understanding and communicating with others involves actively listening, empathizing, and expressing one's thoughts and feelings in a respectful manner. Biblical teachings often emphasize the importance of dialogue and empathy, as seen in scriptures like James 1:19, which advises individuals to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. The significance of this point in relation to handling conflict is profound. Misunderstandings and assumptions often fuel disagreements. Therefore, fostering open communication and understanding can diffuse tensions, prevent escalation, and promote reconciliation. By focusing on these steps, individuals are better equipped to resolve differences in a way that aligns with biblical principles of love and compassion. A real-world application of this concept is seen in marriage counseling, where couples are taught to communicate openly and listen actively to their partner's needs and concerns. This not only improves the relationship, but also strengthens the bond, as each partner feels heard and valued. Another example is workplace conflicts, where applying these biblical communication principles can lead to healthier teamwork and collaboration. In such environments, encouraging open dialogue can prevent misunderstandings and create a more harmonious workplace. The idea of communication and understanding also finds support in various opinions. Many relationship experts agree that these steps are fundamental to resolving conflicts. Theologians might argue that such practices reflect Christ-like behavior and foster communities that thrive on peace and unity. However, challenges can arise when individuals struggle with vulnerability or fear judgment, which can hinder honest communication. Additionally, cultural differences or personal biases might complicate understanding and require extra patience and effort to bridge. There are alternative viewpoints that suggest conflict, when managed well, can lead to growth and innovation, sometimes advocating for more direct confrontation rather than a soft approach. Yet even in these perspectives, communication remains key to ensuring productive outcomes. This point of communication and understanding connects deeply with other aspects of conflict resolution, such as forgiveness and empathy, both central tenets in biblical teachings. By enhancing communication skills, individuals can more readily extend forgiveness and cultivate empathy, paving the way for lasting resolutions. Ultimately, these steps serve as a foundation for navigating conflicts in a manner that honors the biblical call to love and respect others, thereby creating more resilient and harmonious relationships. Share, like, and subscribe for more.